Execution function. Execution function is a set of push buttons used for executing the program in memory or auto mode. Now, let's take a look at the push buttons in the execution function. Cycle start, or CYST. The cycle start, or CYST push button is used to start a program in the memory or auto mode. When you press the cycle start push button, machining operations starts as per the program. The cycle start push button is green in color, and turns on during machining. Cycle stop or CYSP. The cycle stop or CYSP push button is used to stop a program in the memory or auto mode. After the completion of program, cycle stop push button turns on automatically. The cycle stop push button is red in color. Note: in case of emergency, when the cycle stop push button is pressed during machining, the program immediately stops. Reset button. When you press the reset or RST push button, all the machining operations are stopped. The reset button stops execution of the program, clears any active alarm, returns the cursor to the beginning of the program in edit mode. Feed operation. Feed operation is a feed function for cutting tool. Feed function is to control the feed for cutting tool in memory or auto, jog, or MDI mode. Feed override knob. Feed override knob is used to increase or decrease the feed of the tool. The tool will move at the programmed feed rate when the knob is set at 100%. The feed rate can be adjusted in the range of 0% to 150%. Spindle operation. Spindle operation is a set of push buttons used for executing the spindle function in memory or auto, jog, or MDI mode. Let's take a look at the push buttons in the spindle operation. Spindle rotation in clockwise direction push button. When you press this button, the spindle starts rotating in clockwise direction, and the LED light inside the button turns on. Spindle rotation stop push button. When you press this button, the spindle stops rotating, and the LED light inside the button turns on. Spindle rotation in counterclockwise direction push button. When you press this button, the spindle starts rotating in counterclockwise direction, and the LED light inside the button turns on. Spindle orientation push button. When you press this button, the spindle stops at its home position, and the spindle orientation indicator turns on. Spindle override knob. It is used to increase or decrease the programmed speed of the spindle. The spindle will rotate at the programmed speed when the knob is set at 100%. The spindle speed can be adjusted in the range of 50% to 120%. Let's take a look at the push buttons in the miscellaneous function. Single block push button. Single block is a function that executes every single block by pressing the cycle start push button. Steps to operate CNC lathe with single block function are: select the memory or auto mode by turning the mode selector knob to memory or auto position. Press the single block push button. Press the Program Manager key. Select the required program with cursor up and cursor down key. Press the Execute Soft key. Then press the Cycle Start Push button for every block in the program. Optional Stop Push button. When you press this button, machine operation stops at M01 command. Note: M01 is an instruction code in the program that is used to stop the machining operations. To activate the program again, press the Cycle Start Push button. Block Delete or Block Skip Push button. When you press this button, all the blocks starting with a slash are ignored, and the program jumps to the next block. Machine Lock Push button. It is a testing process, in which the machine does not run at all. Dry Run Push button. It is a testing process, in which the machine runs without the workpiece. Dry run process is used for checking the correctness of a program. Lubrication Inching Push button. When you press this button, the lubrication pump is turned on, and lubrication oil is supplied to the linear motion guideways and ball screws. Note: the lubrication pump works for few seconds and then automatically turns off.